Hello, and welcome to our presentation, College Doesn't Have to Be 4 Years. My name is Joy Sanders. I'm the admissions manager here at Waubonsee, and I have a couple other people here helping me tonight. We have Heather Pierce, our workforce education and program manager.
Hi.
And Alec Mashong, one of our admissions advisors.
Hi, everyone.
Okay, so we've got a lot of information to go over, and most of this is in relation to our 2-year associate degree programs and our certificates. So we're going to talk about a lot of those different programs tonight, how long it takes to complete them, what some of the components of those programs are. So in addition to the 2-year associate programs, Waubonsee does offer a variety of certificate programs. These can be anywhere from a semester to a year, depending on the program. And we're going to talk about the ones in particular that are in high demand career fields currently, or ones where they're projected to be a high demand in that field. These certificates or degrees are great for people who want to enter the workforce quickly, because the classes within these degree programs are specific to the area that you want to study. So the first area we're going to go over are the health sciences. So some of the hot careers where there is either a demand for them currently or projected to be a demand in the upcoming years would be phlebotomy technician. That's one of our shorter certificates. It has 3 courses in it and a total of 9 credit hours. Medical assistant is a little bit longer, 4 semesters, 32 credit hours. You would be expected to go full time for this program. CNA is a great one if you're looking at the healthcare field and you want to do something quickly. This is a 1 semester class with 6 credit hours. So definitely time intensive with 6 credit hours, but it is something you can get done pretty quickly. Nursing is 67 credit hours. Now, Waubonsee does have 2 options for the nursing program. And so the one that we're talking about here is the Waubonsee specific program. And it's actually a 3-year program for us. So that would mean that the first year or so of the courses is general education courses, and then you would apply to the program, get accepted, and the following 2 years are your actual nursing courses. So you're doing all of your clinicals and all of your hospital things while you're in the program, and once you finish the program, you're able to sit for your RN license. And then the other one is massage therapy. So that's 3 semesters, 32 credit hours. So that would be, one where you would need to take a few more classes at a time to be able to stay on that timeline. So why are these careers hot? They're in high demand. So phlebotomy technician, quite a bit of growth expected over the next 7 years, 17% job growth. We like this program because it can be completed in 1 semester and it's got a lot of employment options. So for phlebotomy, a lot of people start with this short-term program knowing that they want to do something in healthcare that will take them a little bit longer to do, but they want to have an employable skill in the healthcare field while they're pursuing that longer degree. So this is a great option for that. Medical assistant has an 8% job growth projection in the next 7 years. CNA, so again, just 1 class. And this is actually one of the programs that if you're between the ages of 17 and 24 and meet certain criteria, you can earn this certificate for free. So there are options for the tuition to be paid for you. For the nursing program, this gives you a great opportunity to save money by attending Waubonsee, doing our 3-year program, and then maybe down the road you might decide to pursue a bachelor's degree, and so you can pick up a +1 program with one of our partner institutions. Or if you know right out of the gate that you want to transfer, we do have a 2-year option where you can do primarily your general education courses and then do your courses for nursing at the next institution of your choice. And then the last one is massage therapy. So 18% job growth over the next 7 years. So there's quite a few job opportunities that are projected to be available for students that pursue these programs. The next area we want to talk about is industry and manufacturing. So the careers here that we want to highlight are CAD, or computer aided design and drafting. There's several options for this. The AAS degree is the Associate in Applied Science degree. That's 60 credit hours. So for most students, when they're going full time all the way through, that takes about 2 years to complete. But there are also certificates within this program, and there's several different options. And those certificates can range anywhere from 16 to 23 credit hours. Welding is set up the same way. So again, we have the Associate in Applied Science for 60 credits, but the certificates that are within that program are 15 to 27 credit hours. Automation technology has the 60 degree option for the AAS and a 31 credit hour certificate. And machine tool technology has the AAS with the opportunity for a certificate that's 23 to 24 credit hours. So what happens when students go through these programs is a lot of times as they're progressing through, they're earning those certificates as they go. And then once they've added in those general education courses, those become what makes the full associate degree. So you could come out of those programs with several credentials as you finish certificates on the way to your degree. So why are these careers hot? High salaries. So computer-aided design and drafting, the median annual pay for drafters, $56,000. So for, a degree or a certificate, that's a pretty high amount for a salary. Our faculty is very well connected to industry. They're practitioners and have a lot of experience working in CAD. So they definitely have the connections within the industry to be able to help you find internships or job opportunities. And then for this particular program, evening classes are available. So it's a great option maybe for someone who is currently working and maybe wanting to do a change in career. So for welding, again, all of the careers within this field, one of the reasons that they're hot careers are because they all have high salaries. Welding is very much an in-demand field. It's a very technical sort of skill. So median salaries, there's quite a bit of range here. So $33,000 for machine operators to $77,000 for sheet metal workers. So, we have those certificates that are short-term certificates that give you the basic skills you need to get into the field. And then you might decide later that you want to add on to that and get more experience in welding to then pursue a career that's maybe got a higher pay range to it. Funding might be available for these programs through Illinois WorkNet. So Illinois WorkNet is an organization that helps groups of people meeting certain criteria with paying for their tuition for these programs. So if you think that Illinois WorkNet might be a resource that you would want to take advantage of, I would encourage you to take a look at them and see if you meet the criteria for them to help you with your tuition. Automation technology. So median annual pay for electromechanical and robotics technicians, $73,000. So that's a pretty high number and definitely, a good reason why you might want to pursue this program. Machine tool technology, there's a lot of different jobs in the machine tool technology area, but the median pay for industrial technicians is almost $57,000. And so one of the great things about all of these programs is they're all very much hands-on programs where you're getting the chance to work with the equipment that you would use in the workplace and really get familiar with things. Waubonsee has great facilities for these and the most up-to-date machines and things that you'll be working on as you learn these skills. So another hot career, HVAC, heating, ventilation, air conditioning. So we're always going to need those people, right? People being able to finish your heat or your air conditioning. And even now with COVID, with so much emphasis being on air cleanliness and air filtration and things like that, this is another area that's really picking up speed. So again, this is another one of those areas where you can pursue an associate degree with 60 credits or a certificate with 21 credits. So there's some flexibility there. So HVAC, they typically have high salaries going in. The certificate for it can be earned in a year. So as you can see here, median salary, $57,000 per year. And again, the demand with this, particularly with the focus on air quality and things in our buildings and in our spaces, makes this a great career to get into. So another hot career, kind of getting away from the machine and industrial sorts of things, cybersecurity. So this is a fairly new program for us, and this is a program that is housed out of our Plano campus. Our Plano campus is our design and innovation center, and so cybersecurity is one of the programs that lives there. Again, this is a program where there's the associate option with 60 credit hours or a certificate with 24 credit hours. And so why is cybersecurity a great career? Again, this is one of those things where people in the IT field are always going to be in demand. Security analyst jobs are expected to increase over the next 7 years. So definitely good to be looking at a career where there's a good outlook for job projection. The associate degree and the certificate can be earned quickly. And through the coursework that's within this program, students earn the industry recognized credentials. So those are things that are valuable to you as you go to reach entry-level opportunities or things that you might want to continue to build on as you progress through your career. So kind of going in another direction, early childhood education, there's a lot of different opportunities here. So there's an AAS degree that's 60 or 62 credit hours, and certificates can be anywhere from 6 to 32 credit hours. And that's a pretty big range because there's a lot of different things within early childhood education, different positions that you might want to pursue within that field. So within that 6 to 32 credit hours, how many credits it is sometimes dependent on, are you looking for something where you can be like a director of a child care center? Are you looking for something that's an entry-level skill for you to get into early childhood education? So there's a lot of different separate certificate programs depending on where you think you might want to be within early childhood ed. Why is it hot? 13% increase in jobs are expected in the next 7 years. So, definitely a great outlook and a good chance of finding a job right out of the program. So we definitely wanted to highlight this career. So some other short-term certificate programs. Waubonsee offers 18 different short-term certificates that are 6 credits or 6 courses, or less. So looking at our tuition rate, that would mean $2,300 or less in tuition. One of the things that we do want to point out, because this is very important, short-term certificates are not eligible for financial aid. So as we go through this presentation, we'll point a couple of resources out to you that you may be able to look to for some financial assistance. And certainly the ones listed below are not all of the short-term certificates, but some of the more popular ones that our students pursue. So in the automotive area, there's automotive recycling, brake suspension, and electrical electronics. So some areas of concentration within automotive, a basic auto body repair that you could then, if you decided to build onto an associate degree. We have an EMT basic program. So the EMT basic is a single class. And if you decided you wanted to go further along with that, you could pursue our EMTP or paramedic program. Lots of students do that in conjunction with our fire science program. So under the fire science area, there's a short-term certificate. And again, through the automotive, light duty diesel repair. So that's another area that you could get some experience in. Office software specialist and welding technology. So these are all programs that have an option for you to get a credential quickly. So free short-term certification through Waubonsee Works. So this is one of those resources that if you're between the ages of 17 and 24 and you have certain qualifying criteria, this is an opportunity for you to potentially get some assistance with paying for your tuition or your textbooks or other costs associated with pursuing your education. So these are some of the programs that are eligible for that through Waubonsee Works. So if you are interested in one of these programs and you are in need of financial assistance, I would encourage you to take a look at Waubonsee Works and see if we're able to help you. So how do you know what the right career is for you? So we have a number of different tools within the college to help you. We have a career coach tool that provides career suggestions based on your interests and points to programs that can prepare you. So you'll answer different sorts of questions, and based on your answers to those questions, it'll generate a list of programs that might be a good match for you. You can schedule an appointment with an academic and career advisor who can talk about career exploration resources. Again, career counseling through this center will give you a more in-depth opportunity to go through some career and interest assessments and answer some questions about what do you think your strengths are? What are your interests? Do you like working with people? Do you like working with numbers? Do you like working in technical sorts of jobs? And based on how you answer these questions, you'll get results that then the academic or career advisor can go over with you as far as, well, what exactly is this job and what would I do in this job to figure out if it's something that you would want to pursue. And we'll work with you to remove your obstacles. So we know that flexible scheduling is key, especially now in the COVID environment. We have a number of different course formats that you can take courses in. So we do have some that are face-to-face. There are some students that are on campus for our classes, and particularly in some of these areas that we talked about within the industrial area, like welding and machine tool. Those are classes that are face-to-face on campus because you need to have access to that equipment to learn how to use it while you're in the program. We do have online courses that are 100% online, meaning that you are doing the work for that class on your own time. You'll have the syllabus as far as expectations for what is due each week and when that is due. But if you need to work on that class late at night, you have that flexibility. If you need to do it midday or early in the morning, you're really doing it when it fits into your schedule. Hybrid gives you the opportunity to switch between your course formats, or in other words, there's an online component to it, but there's also an in-person component to it. So it gives you the opportunity to get kind of a mix, a little bit of best of both worlds. The Sync Online is an option that has turned out to be incredibly popular with our students. A lot of students like the online for the convenience and being able to do your work from home, but still want that live sort of interaction with their instructor and their classmates. So Sync Online gives the opportunity for that. This is an online course that has a specific meeting time each week, and it would be a live session that you would do via Zoom, just like what we're doing right now. And Flex gives you the opportunity to switch between these modalities depending on what works for you for the week. So for example, you might decide one week that you really want to be on campus and you want to come to face-to-face courses. So you absolutely have the opportunity to do that. But maybe the next week, things with life get in the way and you don't have the opportunity to go at the set day and time. So you really need to have the online option that you can go back and take a look at a later time. And so Flex gives you the opportunity to do that. We will assess prior learning. So if you have credit from another college, or perhaps you have a credential within your industry, we will take a look and see if credit can be applied for those. So you may, get some credit for parts of that degree or certificate through things that you've already done. And we do have a number of support services. So tutoring, technology support, all of these things to help you be successful in your classes are all free to you, and we want you to use them so that you can be successful. So affordability, financial aid, like I said, there are some of those short-term certificates that aren't eligible for financial aid, but some of the degree programs that we talked about certainly are big enough programs that they would be eligible for financial aid. So we would encourage you to apply for that. There are currently 2 FAFSA forms that are out and available to you. So the 2021 form would be the form that you would fill out if you're interested in doing any classes in the summer. And actually our summer registration just opened today. So that's something that you could look into. The 21-22 form is if you are looking at these programs and thinking that you might not start until the fall semester or maybe spring of 2022. Another opportunity is through our foundation scholarship. So it has closed for the fall semester starting this year. But if you're looking at something starting next year, there could be the opportunity to get some scholarship money through our foundation. So last year, they awarded 367 scholarships to 325 recipients. So quite a few students who were able to take advantage of that and get some assistance with paying for their educational costs. So apprenticeship. Heather, do you want to speak to this, or are you ready to go?
Sure.
All right.
So apprenticeship is a work-based learning model. You may have heard this term, you may have heard the term internship, and a lot of us use these words in the same context, but they do actually mean different things. So with an internship, there's an expectation that you've completed some of your education and you're going out and you're getting some experience. But with an apprenticeship, there's no expectation of experience or education completed because we're going to provide all of that for you. It's an awesome opportunity to go to school and work at the same time, which we know many community college students are doing that, but maybe the work experience isn't really relevant to their degree plan or their career pathway. With apprenticeship, we determine all of that. We create a degree plan and a career pathway that match. So currently the college is approved as an education provider for an insurance apprenticeship, and we are the sponsor for an industrial maintenance apprenticeship. We're also an approved provider for a CAD apprenticeship. So what does this mean? What you would do is you contact me through our apprenticeship landing page on the website, and we look to see if you're a good match, meaning that you're college ready and employment ready. And then we match you with an employer who's participating in the program. The employer is required to pay your tuition. So you're not having to apply for financial aid. You're not having to put up any funds for your tuition. All of this happens on the back end. You don't see the money. You don't have to deal with the money. You're not reimbursed. I take care of all of that. The employer also employs you. So you have a job and you're working and you're earning a competitive wage. So our apprenticeship is regulated by the Department of Labor. We're registered with the Department of Labor. So there's several standards that we as the college have to follow and the employer has to follow. And we're audited and everything. All of our checks and balances are done with this. So it's an excellent opportunity to work in a field that you're interested in, have that competitive wage, and get your education paid for at the same time. Most of our apprenticeship programs, when you complete the program over the 2 years of getting your degree, you're guaranteed a job at the end, a full-time position. So it's an awesome opportunity for those who want to go to school and work and get that relevant work experience. Like I said, if you go to our website and you just search apprenticeship, you'll find the page and the contact form. So if you're interested in it, send me an email and I will promptly contact you and screen you and talk to you about the program.
Thanks, Heather. That's a really great opportunity for students that may be interested in some of these programs. So we appreciate you talking about that. So We talked a lot about those programs. What about talking about what happens next? How do you get started if you're interested in one of these programs? So if you are interested maybe in a few of them and you want to kind of narrow the options down a little bit, we would encourage you to use the Career Coach tool for the career exploration. So Waubonsie.edu/career development will give you access to that system. For those of you that may have prior college credit, we want you to fill out a new student application that the admissions office will process, but then academic and career advising will actually evaluate your credit from your previous institution to see if there's anything that would apply to the program that you're pursuing. And so they are taking appointments. You can schedule by giving them a call. If you don't have previous college credit, we want you to begin in admissions, filling out the new student application form, but then we'll have you stay in admissions and work with an admissions advisor to talk a little bit more about the program, what you might be interested in, what your timeline looks like for completion, and helping you pick out and schedule that first set of classes. So if you'd like to meet with an admissions advisor, we'd love to have you give a call to our 630-466-5756, and we will find a time to meet with you and get you going. So to learn a little bit more, we do have career program videos that are a little bit more in depth about the programs that we talked about today. So the link is here for you. Financial aid information, if you're interested in pursuing that and how to go about the process of filling out a FAFSA or an Illinois application for alternative financial aid, that would be through our financial aid office. Apprenticeships, that's so Heather's area, would be Waubonsie.edu/apprenticeships, and information on the free certificate program. So some of those ones that have the opportunity to get some funding to pay for those, the Waubonsie.edu/solutions will connect you to the resources about how to get started with that. All right, we thank you for listening and we hope you found this presentation informative. And by all means, if you have any questions, please feel free to give us a call. Thank you.